Welcome back, my name is LastKnownMeal, and today I'm going to talk about Cyberpunk 2077. Well, to be more precise, I'm going to talk about the multiplayer segment of this game. I do apologize in advance because I'm a little bit sick and I know I sound a bit dull, but I really want to talk about this topic because I found a very interesting thread on Cyberpunk subreddit, and it goes like this. How would you monetize multiplayer without using microtransactions? Because we do know that Cyberpunk 2077 is going to have some form of multiplayer. Well, we don't know exactly how that multiplayer segment is going to look like. Is it going to be competitive? Is it going to be co-op? Is it going to be something like The Division, for example? Because I bring this up a lot in my videos where I really love the idea in The Division. Where you have the Dark Zone, which is a PvE/PvP area. So why not include something like that, for example a combat zone in Cyberpunk 2077, where that area would be something like a PvE/PvP area where you would fight other players. And it does make sense because, you know, being a true RPG, this game, honestly, from everything I've read so far, is going to have a huge selection of classes, a huge selection of weapons and implants and armor you can just use to create your own perfect character. And it would be awesome to just find other people with different builds and fight them. For example, one player is going to, you know, use agility, use melee weapons. Other guy is going to be a sniper. This one guy is going to be heavily equipped with like a big ass armor and a heavy machine gun. So just imagine fighting that variety of players. It would be amazing. So having something like that, like a PvE/PvP zone, would be a dream come true. But a very interesting thing I do want to talk about today is how do you monetize that? Because obviously running a multiplayer segment, even though we have no idea how that is going to look like, but just running those servers cost money. And how would you monetize that? Because CDPR said like, we are not, and they repeated this for a very long period of time, we are not going to have microtransactions in Cyberpunk because we want, when a player or a person buys this game, he is going to get everything he paid for. We're not going to charge him more money just to get one, you know, cosmetic or whatever that other, you know, companies do. Because it all comes down to greed. Even Adam Kaczynski in one of the latest presentations said, like, how does one not lose a soul when building a company?
It's challenging. I mean, growing a company without losing your soul is challenging. I mean, there is no one solution for that. The key factor is probably that those who were behind the success are still within the company. Most of them, majority of them. So,
because, you know, business is business, and it does require a lot of nerves and patience and knowledge not to lose your soul when building a company, especially a company this big like CDPR is right now. And their policy is to satisfy a player, is to include everything into their game and not charge for extra things, you know, later as the game is released. But how do you monetize this? One of the ideas I did read about is to have expansions, is to have DLCs in the future, because The Witcher 3 only had 2 expansions. Those were huge expansions for the game, but I honestly think that Cyberpunk, because it has a huge world, to include more expansions, to just create more stuff which is going to expand the game. And that is one of the ways you can actually maintain those servers, because people will be buying those expansions. Honestly, from everything I've seen so far, Blood and Wine, Hearts of Stone, amazing expansions. So honestly, I would gladly pay for more expansions for Cyberpunk 2077, because I know they're going to be good. I know they're going to feature a lot of stuff. So that's one of the ways CDPR can make money when they do release a game, because they said they want to expand the lifespan of this game. They want Cyberpunk to make them money throughout many years, and honestly they do have an amazing universe to create so many expansions that will give us so much content to maintain more money and to maintain those servers. Also, one of the ideas I've read about, but I highly doubt that's gonna happen, is to have a subscription, is to basically require a subscription for a multiplayer segment of this game, which honestly doesn't make sense because we do know that people don't really want to pay for subscriptions anymore. The only game still, managing to pull that off is World of Warcraft, but World of Warcraft is a huge game with a huge history. I mean, that game is still losing players, but Cyberpunk, the game as it is, a single player focused game, I really doubt that it's going to have a subscription, because we do know that every single game that came out with a subscription really turned fast into a free-to-play game. Like, they couldn't maintain those subscriptions because people don't want to pay for it. So one of the ways they can make more money is to just create more expansions and create more multiplayer stuff in those new areas to give us more stuff. That makes sense without avoiding microtransactions, avoiding subscriptions, and still making money. But so far we can only speculate because we have no idea how that multiplayer segment is going to look like, but I am certain CDPR is going to come out with something, because obviously they are running the company, they have to think ahead, they have to think 5 years in advance how they're going to pay their developers, how they're going to maintain their company. So we just have to wait and see, but I do want to hear what you guys think about this. So don't forget to tell me down below, what do you think about this multiplayer segment? What do you think about having more expansions for this game to be able to maintain those servers? And just tell me down below. I want a really nice discussion going on in the comments section below. This is LastKnownMeal signing out. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button for more Cyberpunk content, and also follow me up on Twitter at LastKnownMeal for more news, updates, and all that amazing stuff. As I said, this is LastKnownMeal signing out, and stay classy everyone. Bye bye.